my role was to design and program the application. In this application, we all agreed to make a recipe page. I designed it using HTML and CSS, and I added few animations like the banner and the picture of the recipes. Alrighty, here is our home page. I utilize CSS to enhance the visual appeal. For instance, in the banner section, which is here, I employed a keyframe animation called the slide in to smoothly bring in the element from the top to its default position. This animation span is 1 second, featuring an ease out timing function. Additionally, near the recipe pictures, I implemented a hover animation for lively interaction. The animation incorporates a multiple transformation such as scaling, enlarging the element up to 105% of its original size, and rotating it 360 degrees. Furthermore, the opacity property is adjusted to 0.8 during the hover, introducing a stable transparency. This combination creates a visual dynamic effect, providing users with the engaging experience when they interact with the element. I also, right here, I added a footer to the page, which is styled to have fixed position at the bottom of the viewport with a dark background and a white text, and I used the justify content property, which creates a space between the items inside the footer. Also right here, the search bar is assigned with the flex container, aligning items both horizontally and vertically. The input field within the search bar has a 5px padding and a 10px right margin. Enhancing its spacing, the search button set against a white background with the dark text, featuring a 5px padding, no border, and no cursor pointer for a clean, clickable appearance. The overall layout achieves a balanced and visually appealing design with a simple yet effective use of spacing and constructing colors. The flex display allows for a flexible and responsive arrangement for the search element. The result is functional and aesthetically pleasing, and suitable for user interaction. Also right here, I designed a help page. This is a HTML extend of the existing homepage, introducing a dedicated help section. It has the same header and footer as the homepage. Following that is a section providing information about seeking assistance and form for user inquiries, which is here. Includes username, email, and messages. All fields are marked as required. Users can input their information and submit a form by clicking the submit button. This section is a straightforward means for user request, help, and support. Also, we made a contact us page. This is also a HTML extend of the existing homepage, introducing a dedicated section for a contact us. The first section is a contact information, which I used a paragraph, and I inputted the email here. The second part is a physical address and a phone number, including the address and the phone number of our application headquarters. And the third part is just a PNG of our location. This section offers a comprehensive approach to contact us information, combining an email link, a physical address, and a mapping display. User can easily find and reach out to the company through a variety of means. Alrighty. I also made the recipes here. This is a drop-down menu. Here is the first recipe. We added 4 recipes in total. Instructions for a recipe, which are pages of the extended home HTML. They feature the same header, with the image displaying the dish, and a content division providing a structured presentation. The recipe name is emphasized with using H2 element with the class recipe name. Ingredients details are listed in an ordered list, including a lot of ingredients like spaghetti, eggs, parmesan, etc. The cooking instructions are presented in ordered list, a step-by-step guidance. The HTML structures facilitates a visually appealing and organized display, making it user-friendly for individuals seeking to prepare a meal.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Wynn, and I will be going over how I did the testing and the bug hunting for this website. The first place I looked at was the requirements. I looked to see if the website adhered to good design principles, that there was a title, correct HTML and CSS usage, that the HTML had accessibility features such as the meta tag, or the header section, main tags, or the alt attribute for the image tags. These features help screen readers to be able to navigate through a web page for users who cannot see very well. So we are going to be acting as a real user and do a bit of user experience, user interface testing, and see if the website is well designed. So, looking at the home page, I can see that so far it's adhering to pretty good design principles. The design principles that I will be using as the benchmark is the CRAP principles of design. It stands for contrast, repetition, alignment, and proximity. So far, I see a good amount of contrast and repetition with the color scheme. The black, the white, the gray gives that contrast that lets the user easily be able to read and navigate through the page without having too much of an eye strain, without having too much of a headache. And I can see that there's repetition with some of the elements, such as the recipe cards, pictures on the left, the name is bolded, same font throughout all the cards and on the right of the picture. That the cards are the same size, animation's consistent, and everything so far is aligned properly, except for that search bar, which I think that if the search button was moved up just a little bit, that alignment will be perfect. Proximity. Items are not too close nor too far from each other. There's a good amount of gap in between each recipe card. They're not bunched up together. It gives room to breathe. However, some things that can be changed also would be this animation. It's rather jarring for it to end in a diagonal. I would prefer it to end the same way that it started, just horizontally, easy to read. So far, I think I would like it to still turn a full 360 around the y-axis with my mouse still on it, instead of finishing the animation when my mouse is off. Okay, so recipes, they have the drop-down menu, but this drop-down menu is also present for all of the links of the navigation bar. Okay, let's look at the recipes. Okay, good, I am hit with a picture. That's nice. I am just scrolling down. I see a good amount of contrast, a good amount of alignment. It's easy for the eyes to follow. However, this heading's out of alignment, and the menu bar had changed when I went to a different page. So we just need to add the rest of the menu items back throughout all of the pages. So we just need to make sure that as we're updating each page that they're consistent throughout the entire web page. That way it aligns with the repetition principle of the design principles. First summary page, it's great, although I realized I had forgotten to add a link that will navigate back to the main page. Help. Okay, so then I did a couple of validations on this form. I see the form validations work properly. That when there's an error, they will tell you. However, this email doesn't really check to see if the email is valid because there's no .com, .edu, .anything. So maybe a little regular expression or some other piece of code might fix this. And so let's submit this valid input, file not found, of course, because we didn't really put in a landing page. And this is just a mere dummy feature. Also, I noticed that the proximity principle has been violated because there's a glaring gap in between. And I had forgotten to put the summary link in between. So if these two can be put close together with the summary link in between, that'd be great. Contact us. I like how there's a map that shows the location. However, I think this can be improved by putting a let me see, center alignment on all of it so that the eyes can follow this way instead of going in a jagged manner. So that is all for the bugs that I found. So these are some of the things we can improve next time when designing the page. Also, the search button is still a dummy feature. And so I also tested this website out on multiple platforms. So I copied and pasted the code link onto my phone, and I was able to see that the size had managed to adjust, especially in landscape mode. In portrait mode, things were very much bunched together. So perhaps if we learn new web technologies, new dynamic web technologies, that might help fix the problems. But so far for JavaScript, for an HTML CSS page, this is great. And when the bugs that I pointed out yesterday had been fixed before I discovered more bugs today, I basically pulled the updated version from Git with the Git pull, and I tested and retested the website and saw that some bugs had fixed, but more bugs had came out of it. So those are some other things we need to work on. But so far, this website is a very good website.
Hey guys, my name's Tariq Fletcher. I was the quality assurance specialist for this assignment. I was also one of the testers. Very briefly, I just want to go over some of the HTML code and the CSS code, as well as some of the issues that were going on in the website that we can improve upon. So with the HTML code, we can assure that all HTML elements are correctly nested and closed. We did conduct a validation of the HTML code using a W3C validator, which is one of the functions you actually learned in a previous class. Let me see if I can find it. So yeah, there's a few minor errors, but nothing terribly major going on with the HTML code. One of the major issues in this website was the search bar. We couldn't manage to find a way to get it functioning, so that is something that we would have to work on moving forward. One of the other issues, or not really issues, but aesthetic choices that we could work on is having let me see if I can find it. When you go to the help tab, there is an option for asking for assistance and someone typing their email down. When you go over to the contact area, there also is an email address. So this is an assignment for school, but if we were working for a client, we would be expected to make sure that this email addresses functioning and that clients can send out their concerns if need be. Um, Now this was more so an aesthetic choice that I feel like would raise the standards of our project or projects moving forward. Is we showed a Google map on the contact us page. I feel like if it was interactive and people were able to navigate around it and maybe see like where the location is in comparison to their location, that would be that would be beneficial for the website and user access. In regards to the CSS code, we can ensure consistency in the indentation and the formatting of the CSS code. Potentially commenting on CSS sections for improved code readability. I feel like commenting on code just in general is beneficial for the people that are analyzing it or grading the assignment. And making sure that the CSS code is validated. I went ahead and already did this. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, there was no errors found in the CSS code, which was a major priority for us. But yeah, in summary, this was a really cool project. The My Recipe book provided a user-friendly platform for culinary enthusiasts and intuitive design and detailed recipes. I do think this could could get extra work applied to it, but I feel like we made a pretty functioning website, and really mainly we just need to focus on aesthetics moving forward. But that's pretty much it.